Hey, I'm Warrior Fuel athlete Aaron LeSuey, and today we're here in Lehigh at American Athlete, one of the premier training centers in Utah. And today we're going to do a specific workout that is geared to gain mass in the delts. Everybody, you've heard it a million times about boulder shoulders. Everybody wants them. Whether you're a fitness competitor or an athlete, you want strong shoulders. And today we're going to show you how to do that. The reason why people want boulder shoulders and these big broad shoulders is because for fitness people it gives you the illusion of the V, big broad shoulders and a thin waist. And so we're going to show you how to do that today. Before we get going, taking the typical my Warrior Fuel supplements. I'm taking my BCAAs and my Warrior Fuel HERS just to get started. And we got to warm up as always. Before you do any workout, you want to warm up and make sure you're ready to go. Okay, so the first of the two multi-joint exercises, which are the most difficult, is we're going to do a dumbbell shoulder press. And what we're doing today is what's called a reverse pyramid. The way that we're doing it, usually people work their way from 12 reps to 10 reps to 8 reps, adding a little bit of weight, but we're going to actually do more weight. We're going to do a decent amount of weight, and we're going to do 6 reps, 8 reps, and 10 reps. That way it's allowing us to push more weight first. For this exercise, the dumbbell shoulder press, another option that you can do is with a barbell. But the reason why we're going to do the dumbbell shoulder press today is because it actually is a little bit more, it's harder to control, and the range of motion is a little bit more. But when you do your shoulders each week, week to week, you should probably switch that up. One week do the dumbbells, and then next week do the bar. Okay, the second of the two multi-joint exercises that we're doing is the upright row, where on this one we're doing 3 sets, and again we're still working our way up from 6 reps to 8 reps to 10 reps, rather than the other way back down. Okay, so now that we've done the two multi-joint exercises that use all of the shoulder with a little heavier weight, now we're going to move to the single joint exercises for the next 3, where we're isolating the muscles, focusing on the front delt, middle delt, and the rear delt for the 3 different exercises. Now with this one, the key thing is that most people, I think, don't realize and don't notice is that your front delt is usually overdeveloped compared to the rear delt, because most people they do a lot of bench press or incline, and your front delt actually gets a lot of work on those days. And so to keep balanced, you want to make sure you're working the rear delt just as much. So depending on where you're at personally, you may want to focus more on the rear delt. And what I like to do is to do that workout first, to work your weakest part first. So I'm going to go ahead and do that today, and we're going to do a rear delt exercise, and then a middle delt, and then we're going to work the front delt. The first one we're going to do is the rear delt raise right here. So I'm going to take the dumbbells, and again you want good posture. You don't want to bend your back over like this, but we're going to bend over. So keep your chest like this and your shoulder blades back when you bend over, and keep your shoulder blades pinched together. And what you're going to do is you're going to raise just like this, and it's going to work that rear delt. And we're doing the same. We're working our way up from 6 reps to 8 reps to 10 reps. Okay, the next isolation movement we're going to do is for the middle delt. And this one's actually most people's favorite to work, because this is the one that actually gives you the broad shoulders. It's the one that sticks out wide the most. It's a great look for fitness competitors when you get on stage. It's the same as the rear delt, except for your upright. Again, good posture, chest out, shoulder blades back. You're going to focus on just activating that middle part of the shoulder. Bring it up and back down. It's pretty simple. All right, and for the last of our 5 exercises, we're isolating the front delt. Now remember, like I said before, you do get a lot of work with your front delt when you're doing things like bench press, incline, and other workouts. So for this one, what we're going to do just to isolate that muscle is a front raise with the dumbbells, which you can also use a straight bar. But we're doing it as the last exercise because it's probably the one that you're already the strongest at. So you can go heavier on the rear and middle and then kind of push yourself at the end and do as much as you can with the front raise. Like I said, there's no one way to do everything, but for this one, we're gonna keep our wrist locked and we're gonna come straight up, about eye level, and back down. A comfortable level for your shoulders. You're not gonna come up too high, but just keep it right there and back down. Just working the front of the shoulder. Okay, again, this workout was specifically geared for mass and strength gains in the shoulders, getting those boulder shoulders that everybody wants. And just remember, in order to really get the mass and get the strength, you've got to be pushing yourself. So wherever you're at and whatever your goals are, if you want bigger, stronger shoulders, remember on those first two exercises, the multi-joint exercises, the dumbbell press and the upright rows, you've got to stack on the weight. And for the isolation movements, you got to make sure that you're keeping it balanced. You know your body better than anybody else. And if you see that you're getting off balance in the rear delts, you got to work those a little bit more. And remember, your front delts are getting a lot of work on the days that you're working chest. So you might want to kind of map out and plan your shoulder routine on a day where you're a couple days out from your chest, and you can kind of rest those front delts a little bit first. So we're going to continue to be posting some of these workouts. Hopefully you got some good tips today, and we're going to continue to show some of our workouts with our athletes, and they're going to share with you what works for them and why their body parts are their strengths or their weaknesses. Hopefully you like the video. If you do, make sure you like it and subscribe to Warrior Fuel YouTube. You can also follow us on Instagram at warriorfuel_sups, and you can follow me on Instagram at @AaronLeSuey.